Hello again, Hot Wheels fans. I don't know, is this supposed to be one word or two words? The spacing of it's hard to say. And so when you search for this online, I always wonder if it's supposed to be one word or two words. Does it say on the back, like in plain text? I still don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be two words or not. Anyhow, you can see I bought this locally. They're expensive here. It's like $4. Anyhow, the Espace F1. I don't know how the French pronounce this, but there's a car, a concept car, a crazy thing. I remember reading it in magazine articles back when there were things called magazines, and they basically took an F1 parts and built a van on top of the thing. So here's a Top Gear article here, and they pulled the engine out of Alain Prost winning car. So that's pretty interesting, and also I think the rear end as well. So it's a V10 engine. Look at the seats, pretty cool. And the stacks are in between these two passengers. You do not want to be dropping stuff down in there. Let's see here. Yeah, 789 horsepower, 0 to 62 in 2.8 seconds. It only weighed 1,300 kilos. What's crazy though is this thing would go 193 miles per hour. This thing is probably twice the frontal area of a supercar, maybe even more. And this thing will go 193 miles per hour. That's just nuts. And then you could bring three friends along at the same time. So there it is next to a normal van. Okay, well, anyways, it's cool. And so that's why I bought this thing. Aw. Ugh, why is my camera mount all fidgety? So it does look very similar to those photographs. The only thing is, the wheels. These are standard Hot Wheels things, but it did have disc kind of wheels on it. It's got this whole black outside plastic thing, and the printing is very nice. These vents here actually have some depth to them. They're actually angled as well, so that's cool. It's got the door handles, some texture for the window molding, and then smoothness for the glass and this clear plastic. No silver paint, that's to be expected, but it actually has mirrors. That's not always the case on Hot Wheels, right? And it's got the cool printed headlamps. I think that's a pretty good alternative to just solid silver paint. Maybe the graphic could be bigger, but I guess that's how they made sure it stayed in that boundary. Some sort of grime. There's actually a Renault logo molded into the casting. That's pretty cool. Some grooves here in the grille, the plastic bumper of the base, and some depth here, but you'll have to add some black paint yourself. This side is symmetric, no fuel filler that I can see. Some grooves there, alright. No paint on the taillights, but the vents are also there. And then a little wiper blade here, the license plate blank. I don't know what that is. Was that an exhaust pipe? I can't remember those fixtures. Again, nice depth there. You're going to have to add your own paint. And then they did the best they could for a 3-year-old child. Right, the wing doesn't have air passing because a kid might step on it. But all in all, seems alright. And yellow has a really hard time covering up diecast. So you can see the edges here. But all in all, it's pretty good. It's only like this wing area you can start seeing the metal. But down in the rest, it seems pretty thickly applied. And I think the yellow plastic here being raw is a pretty decent match to the yellow paint. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. There's different materials there. Ooh, that is bright. And that tells you what it is, and this thing came out in 2025. Okay, press fit together, and obviously it's going to roll. It's a freaking Hot Wheels. Alright. Well, it's weird. I don't know if I'm going to even put on those 3D print my own wheels. These are a really good representation of the wheels in the photograph, but the exposed axles, what, I'll be back. And we're back. So, yeah, just 3D printed tires and wheels. The wheels are separate from the tires, so you get better color separation. Just painted them all Vallejo. The middle is just a red paint marker, though. Alright, then added some black in the grills and those vents there, and also the tail lights and the vents back here. And that license plate was black apparently on the real thing. So this wing is supposed to be black too, but I know I won't be able to separate those edges very well. It's not worth the effort for me. Alright. So I went with the front wheel, so it's a very low profile tire. The rear is actually much taller, but these are identical wheels and tires, front and rear, so it's not quite exact like that photograph, but it's good enough for me. There really aren't too many Formula One powered vans, so I'm just gonna pull some other vans. Just two. This is an M2 machines, I believe. A 1960. Does that say Cadillac? No, cast line. 2021 cast line. Alright, so it's some sort of Volkswagen school bus, all lowered and slammed. Pretty neat that they put the year on the license plate. I like that. And then this is a TLV of some sort of Hiace, I assume. What does it say? Yeah, it's Hiace wagon. So that's the only 164 one. I'm not sure if the M2 is... Well, I don't know if that's 164. It could be. Could be. The width of it seems okay. But the Hot Wheels... I don't know. I mean, it is a widened van. Maybe it's believably 164, but I feel like it might be too big. Okay, well, you go look up reviews of the other ones elsewhere. But for today, pretty good. Mainline Hot Wheels. I mean, they're not too expensive. They're expensive where I am, $3, but that's still pretty cheap in the realm of things. I mean, just a set of like aftermarket wheels for these 164s cost more than $3. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you the next time we modify a Hot Wheels.